It's a glorious Friday. Word to the culture here, your boy Partee. The boy L. James, man, how your week been?
Man, it's been blessed. I've been enjoying myself out here.
You've been enjoying yourself, and it sounds like you're getting into some trouble.
Nah, I'm good now.
Enjoying yourself. I know you. What that mean?
I've been good. I've been chilling, fixing up the house a little bit, and just doing some random good things around. Make myself feel a little better.
Okay, well,
just chilling up.
The old me would say, I got to try to keep your enjoyment down. But, the new me, I'm like, all right, enjoy life. Go ahead, enjoy it. You can use it. But, 10 years ago, I'd have been like, yeah, I don't know. Too much enjoyment for you is probably not a good thing. But, I've changed over the years. I've changed.
10 years ago, too much enjoyment for me might have been criminal.
It might have been, yeah, and for me it might have been bad for my body. I might have got run over by a car again or something. But that's a story for another day, or a story we've already gone into. I'm not gonna go back into it. I'm not gonna open that up again.
Yeah, we all have our burdens to carry.
Yeah, it's not my burden; it's your burden. You hit me. I'm not. Yeah, all right. Well, speaking of cars and hitting things, let's talk about Kevin Hart.
All right.
So I know you heard about the accident, and
yeah,
I guess there's a little bit of, I don't even want to call it controversy, but a lot of people think that there's more to the story than what is being let on.
It could be.
As far as the accident happening, allegedly he wasn't driving, but he escaped from the car with his bodyguard or his security guard's help, and either walked a half a mile to his house or was carried by the bodyguard. I mean, I've heard different stories.
I heard it was they went and picked him up in a car. They went and got him.
Okay, see, and that's another one. I don't even think I had heard that one, but I definitely heard that he initially I heard that he got out and he walked home.
Nah, that nigga back was all jacked.
Yeah, I think he had like 3 fractured vertebrae or something. He had like 3 fractures in his back or something like that. I mean, he definitely, because he had surgery, right?
Yeah, he had surgery. It was 1 in the lumbar and 2 in the vertebrae, I believe. Something like that.
And that just, oh my God, that just sounds painful. I mean, regardless of what may have actually been going on, we probably will never know, but I hope he's doing better. I don't want to see nobody, I don't care who they are, if I like them, though. I do like Kevin Hart, but even if I didn't, I don't want to see nobody go through nothing like that and be messed up forever. So hopefully he'll make a full recovery.
Yeah.
And,
doctor say he's expected to make a full recovery. It's going to take some time for him to get through this initial pain and then get the rehab in, and then he should be, he might have a slight limp or something for the rest of his life, but
yeah,
at least he's alive to live it.
I mean, initially when I first heard about it, somebody just told me about it. I didn't hear it on the news or online or whatever first, so somebody told me about it. So the first thing I thought was he might have been in there with some hookers, doing lines off the back of the window seat in the back of the car or something like that, or maybe off the dashboard. Maybe he was just trying not to be caught out there again like that, and maybe he just fled the scene. That's what I was thinking. I was kind of joking when I said it, but I was like, he been caught before, so maybe he didn't want to feel that wrath again. But
honestly, I think people are trying to make it seem like maybe he was drinking and driving or something like that.
Yeah,
and that's why they pulled him out and to save his reputation. But I don't know. The cops say, because they had I guess an eyewitness or somebody who was a witness to it. They called and said the driver got pulled out. But looking at the car, we have to do the car. Man, it's hard to say which side is which now. that vehicle was towed back.
Oh, it's beyond totaled. Insurance companies will total a car sometime and it barely looks like it should be, but this car is beyond total. This car is this going to the wrecking yard. It's done. It's a wrap. This car, there's no bringing that car back. It's over. And he just got it for himself for his 40th birthday.
Maybe he had too much power for him. He ain't recognized.
Now,
who knows?
They say he wasn't driving though, right? It was the friend that was driving. It was the guy.
They say that the friend. Yeah, when the cops pulled them out, the friend was trapped in the driver's seat. So
Here we go.
That stands the reason he would be driving.
Yeah, and it's also been said that he escaped through the driver's window. Now, a lot of people were trying to read into that, but if his side was crushed, what other way are you going to get out? You know what I mean? Maybe he couldn't have gotten out on the passenger side. I don't know.
Maybe it was the front window, because it's weird that the driver he can get past his friend, but his friend's trapped. It's an odd. It's like an odd paradigm, I guess. But
it does seem odd, but he is small though.
Hey, one time being something of mouth helps you out.
Exactly. I mean, was it too soon for that? I'm just saying.
Your 6'4" body couldn't get through this. Nigga, my 5'8" stuff can.
Yeah, I mean that could, and I mean, they've showed pictures of the because I guess it was his buddy and the buddy's fiance that he was with in the car. Yeah. And I was, doing some listening to some different things and reading a couple articles online about the whole incident. And allegedly the girl, the fiance, is like 5'7", and they showed a picture of the guy, I think his name is Jared, and the fiance, and he's quite a bit taller than her, so he's got to be over 6 feet tall, which I can see why he may have been trapped like that. Now, and obviously she's taller than him too, because he's only 5'4". I mean, as far as Kevin Hart, he's only 5'4". So the girl was taller than him.
I mean, it also could be that the his legs were more so trapped in his upper body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he just couldn't put his legs out, and there's enough space for him to crawl through. But I mean, I'll take people at the word for what it is. I mean, I don't really care either way. Just happy man live alive.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the most important thing here is that there were no fatalities in this. One of the other things that is kind of, I guess, having holes poked through is, so there was 2 911 calls. There was one initially from, I guess, the first witness or I guess maybe the second witness on the scene. Someone, just a bystander that was, I guess, happened to be driving by and saw all this happening, or maybe didn't see it happen, but actually saw that they were trapped and saw the bodyguard there. So they get out, and now there's a 911 call of this person. He's talking to them, but then there's a later 911 call from a supposed unknown or anonymous caller. A lot of people were trying to say it sounds like Kevin Hart's wife. And she's saying, she sounds out of it though. Whoever it is, I don't know if it's his wife or not. I don't know. I've never heard her speak, so I don't know. I don't follow them like that. But if it is her, she sounds like she was either just in a dead ass sleep, or she might have been messed up on something too. Maybe she was drinking or a little tipsy or what, but she kind of sounded a little out of it. But she was saying that the accident happened, at the time of this call. She's saying it happened 20 minutes earlier. I forget the exact time that her call was, but the initial call for the accident from the first guy that actually got to the scene right after right after Hart's security did, that call was about 90 minutes earlier. So there's a little bit of there's a big time discrepancy in that. So a lot of people were trying to poke holes in that, and I guess using that as part of the reason is why, I guess this sounds kind of fishy. Like, okay, what really happened? What's really going on here?
Did they really say how far it was from the house? Because I was kind of, that part was kind of misleading to me. I couldn't tell exactly how far it was from the house. Because it could have been something where it took him a second to drive. She wasn't there, so she didn't really know. Yeah. And she's just guessing. I mean, to me, it's disturbing that they're even releasing a 911 calls like that. Like, why are you putting people's business out there like that?
Well, I mean, that's been happening. I mean, I believe they're public. I believe they're public records, so there's nothing to say that they can't be released. But I don't. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My time of crisis. I mean, it shouldn't be out there for everybody. I mean, I understand when it happens in court and everything, they release it, but I mean, just to release it to TMZ, it's like, I should have more integrity than that. I feel the same way about the people's mug shots and everything like that. Like, they should have more integrity to just, somebody got arrested. We calling the media to let you know this guy got arrested because he's famous, and we supplying the mug shots. Like, y'all, come on.
Well, if there's one thing I learned over the years, there's not much integrity in media.
Nah,
there just isn't. Maybe there used to be years and years ago, but there just isn't. That's what it is. I'm not going to even say it is what it is, but that's what it is. There's not much integrity.
Yeah,
it's whatever. Yeah, pretty much. And it's really even more so now. Not even so much to get the story right. It's to be first to have the story. You know, I mean, I can't tell you how many articles I read online, whether it's just on the computer or on my phone, and there's so many typos and misspelled words and bad punctuation in these articles that are supposed to be from professionals. And these are on legit ass websites. I ain't talking about just some Rudy Poo shit. I'm talking about legit websites, you know, even like a USA Today or whatever you prefer. I see it all the time. Not just on Twitter. I see actual articles that don't look like they were proofread by anybody. But they just want to get their story out fast. And that's all that matters now. Because that's what it's about, being first. You know, getting those website clicks. So, I mean, like I said, like I said, as long as nobody died, and I hope they get through this. And yeah, just there's, like I said, there is a lot of funny stuff around this story, but I mean, who knows what was going on? We'll probably never really know.
I mean, part of it says if there was a 90-minute gap, I mean, technically, I guess it gives you enough time to clear the alcohol out the system, I guess. That's what people are trying to allege.
I mean, depending on what you was drinking, depending on how much you had to drink and what you was drinking, then probably.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you were decently responsible driving drunk, just say you're a drunk driver and you can have one or two drinks and feel like you're not affected, then 90 minutes is plenty of time.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. But
now,
I mean,
you'll be a sloppy drunk driver and just don't give a fuck and take 15 shots to get behind the wheel. Yeah, it's not enough time. Yeah,
exactly. So
I'm about to say, did you hear all the backlash that they was trying to give Kevin Hart, though?
About what?
Well, after he had the accident, I guess the episode of The Shop appeared.
You know what?
They just started going in again about the homophobic comments and stuff. I was like, God,
this is a testament to how long we've known each other. That was my next point about the Lil Nas X, right? About on LeBron show. Yeah, that was my next thing about the other shit he's getting now, bringing back up the homophobic thing with him, you know, relating to those tweets, but then the whole Lil Nas X thing on the show. So talk about that a little bit. Like, what did you actually have you seen that episode of LeBron? It's called The Shop, right?
Yeah, I'm not even sure if it came out yet, to be honest. I mean,
okay. So it just might just be something. Okay.
I think they're circulating the clips. But, I mean, I'll speak on this. The first four tweets. People forget, that's in an era where the talk about it was acceptable. Like, you wasn't getting canceled or called out. Like, no one would have blinked twice if you call a man a fag.
And now,
you're not even talking about gay people. You call your friends, hey, fag, da-da-da.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like the thing it is now where it's just completely unacceptable to say.
Yeah. I mean, just to be clear, you're talking about, these are the tweets from 2009, I think, right?
Yeah. The tweets from earlier. So people, if you want to pull that up, then it's a whole lot of things that, like, in the future, when I think Rick Ross had a thing talking about, like, take a Molly and smash a chick, like, that's rape. And so in the future, I mean, people understand the content he was talking about, but in the future, I mean, that's going to be considered just ridiculously bad. So, I mean, stuff like, too, I remember context sometimes, but for the stuff he said in The Shop, it seemed to me he was basically like, he's gay, so what? Like, nigga, it's acceptable, it's fine, it's whatever. Like, it shouldn't be a big deal. But people are trying to make it like he's dismissive of the fact that the guy's coming out. But I got from him more so he's just trying to be like, all right, you're gay, cool. Next. Like, it shouldn't be a big deal. Like, it's 2019, it shouldn't be a big deal no more.
And see, that's kind of how I took it. But it's, of course, and everybody, we all have our own views and perspectives. So, you know, I can't speak from the perspective of a gay man, a gay black man. I can't speak from that perspective. Lil Nas X can.
Now,
what?
I'm about to say, now, there's a presidential candidate. It's like Peter something. I can't remember his name, but he's from Indiana.
Yeah.
Governor of Indiana, whatever. And he's gay.
Yeah, no, I've heard about him.
But he was talking about it on it because they asked him a question. He was on Breakfast Club, and they asked him a question about it. And he was basically saying, like, as a gay person, even though we may see it as he's like, well, like, whatever, you're gay. He's saying for them, it feels like you're just missing it because these are real battles that they're facing, and you're just like, whatever. Kind of like if somebody be like, there's racism in the world, and like, yeah, sure, whatever, racism. Kind of like that. Yeah, you could take it differently if you're going through it. So I understood it, but I mean, the intent behind it to me was completely like, all right, you're gay. This is 2019. It shouldn't be a big deal. People shouldn't have to come out about it. Like, really ain't our business.
And I mean, it's really not. And that's kind of my point that I was going for there is I took it as Kevin Hart was saying, yeah, you're gay. So what? You don't have to tell anybody. The fact that you wanted to come out with it, that's fine, and let your fans know, that's fine. But I just felt like he was getting to the point of, sure, you're gay. Okay, that's fine. We're good with that. Okay, let's move on. That's kind of how I took it. But again, I'm not in that community. So I'm gonna see it differently. Okay, I'm not dealing with what they're dealing with. So, but just like he would not be able to relate to our struggles as black men growing up in America. Okay. Yeah. He wouldn't be able to relate to that. There's just no way. There's no way he could relate to that. So I kind of I get where he's coming from. Maybe he took it differently. I didn't think Kevin Hart was coming at it like that. But of course, with the things he said in the past or tweeted about in the past, or some of the things he may have said in, some of his stand up at different times, of course, that's going to, those that want to go after him, that's easy. That's a cakewalk to bring that back up. So and that's what's being done now.
I say he wasn't even trying to say that that's how he felt. He's just saying that that's how people in the community could feel. Yeah. Based off of it, you know what I mean? So he even say he felt like that, but he was saying that's how people could feel. But the problem I have with it, at least, would be, all right, if you are gay and you're offended, that's one thing. But all the fake ass shit from everybody else that ain't, it's like, come on, y'all.
No, like, what do you mean?
You're looking. I'm saying, like, just say the Redskins name. That's probably the best example. Yeah. Now, there are probably less than, I want to say almost probably less than 1% of people who are Native American in this country. But the uproar of people talking about, I'm offended, nigga, he wasn't offended. You're trying to fake be offended to try to, somebody called me. You're trying to be fake offended for, like, to just put yourself out there and say you a part of a movement or something, but you're not really offended. Most of us can't be really offended because if it was really that offensive, we would have been said something.
Okay, but
then
now,
once somebody.
Okay, but now let's keep with that same example. Can you not personally be offended, but still think, okay, I'm not Native American, but at the same time, I think that name should be changed because others that are feel that way about it, and they may feel strongly about it.
Yes, you can have that belief, but you won't have to know who the people you're talking about, because most people don't even know people who are Native American. You're running off of what somebody else says that someone else said. You know what I mean? You don't even know people who are Native American to know if they are offended. You just think that they might be offended and then want to take this moral high ground about it. Now, if you have more Native American friends and they're like, man, this is offensive, then I understand it. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, that you got a point of view and it's bothering you and you want to express it or you want to talk about it. It is fine if you don't know nobody to like, all right, I don't think we should do this. But the uproar that you give, like the energy you can give behind it, to me that becomes like the fake stuff. Like I can be like, all right, I believe in gay rights, right? And I'm not gay. And I don't really have too many friends that are gay. I knew a couple people in the past, but I mean, it's not a big thing for me. Like I don't have anybody who I'm really close with that's gay, and I'm an advocate for. Yeah. But I'm not gonna sit there and then like be over there like I'll kill you for not supporting this person, or you going to hell for not supporting this thing. It's like,
well, that's a little far.
My interests are even. No, there's people who are that dedicated or who sound that dedicated online. It's threatening all kind of people and this and that. It's like, man, relax.
Yeah,
I mean, the shit is wrong. It'll get figured out, but you don't even have like. It don't seem like you have the energy that you're putting out isn't the energy you have to go with it. To me, it doesn't match.
Yeah, I mean, but especially with the online and the social media gangsters, and I just take all that with a grain of salt because folks just be talking. Folks be online just talking because really there's no. You can say something online and then not have to even stick around to see anyone's response to what you said. You don't have to stick around for the consequences, so to speak. You know?
Yeah, that's my problem is the fact that people don't realize how powerful their voice are or what they say can be in somebody's life. So I don't know if you heard about the happened maybe a couple weeks ago, but this dude in Philadelphia.
Oh yes, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, or even a thumbs down if you didn't. And also let us know in the comments as well. And don't forget to share us with a friend, family member, or hey, even a stranger on the street will do. I'll catch you in the next video.